If you will, let's turn in our Bibles to Hebrews chapter 12. Hebrews chapter 12. We're going to be looking at verses 14 and 15. Hebrews 12, verses 14 and 15. If you will, let's read those aloud together. Follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord, looking diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of God, lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you, and thereby many be defiled. This verse starts out with follow peace with all men. The Holman Christian Standard says it as pursue peace with all men. Pursue peace with all men. Peace is something that's not just given to us with men. Peace is something that sometimes we have to work for. In Matthew chapter 5, it's one of the Beatitudes. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Peacemakers, pursuers of peace. You know, like I said, peace isn't something with man that's just given to us. It is something we have to work for. And right here it's saying, follow peace, pursue peace with all men. Put in the effort to find peace with those around you. How many of us have found ourselves in a situation where we were upset or frustrated with someone, where we talk to them, we'll act friendly with them and everything, and then you turn around and go to walk away, and in the back of your mind you're saying, I can't believe that person's still talking to me. How can they, after everything they've done? Peacemakers, pursuing peace, seeking peace with all men. Here it's talking about it, saying that if you have a problem with someone, if there is tension, if there is something that's going on that causes problems, that causes a disruption in that peace, fix it. Search for the peace. Work for the peace. Try and find a way to make peace with those around you. And you know, there's some people that you just can't have peace with. There's some people that they're just going to be ornery. They're going to be upset. They're going to be frustrated. And nothing you do is going to please them. There are people that are like that. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't say pursue peace with the people that you like. Pursue peace with the people that are easy to get along with. Pursue peace with those that pursue it with you. It says pursue peace with all men. Even the ones that are hard to get along with. The ornery ones. The unpleasant ones. The ones that you wish you could just walk up to and smack sometime. Pursue peace. Pursue peace. It goes on and then it says, in holiness. So not only are we supposed to pursue peace with all men, but we're supposed to pursue holiness. Leviticus 11, verse 44 says, "For I am the Lord your God. Ye shall therefore sanctify yourselves, and ye shall be holy, for I am holy." That's pretty cut and dry. Pretty simple. I'm the Lord your God. And because of that, you're going to sanctify yourselves. Set yourselves apart for me. And be holy. Why? Because I am. Because I'm holy. It's so important that in the very next verse, he goes back and repeats it over again. Leviticus 11:45, "For I am the Lord that bringeth you up out of the land of Egypt to be your God. Ye shall therefore be holy, for I am holy." Saying it all over again, but this time he gives a reason for it. This time he says, I'm the Lord your God. I am the one that brought you out of Egypt to be your God. So you're going to be holy because I'm holy. It's a command. He's not asking them to be holy. He's not saying, I suggest that you be holy, but whatever you want to do. He's saying, I've brought you here. You were in Egypt, and I brought you out. And because I brought you out, I am your God. Because I have done all these things for you, I am your God. You saw the plagues. You saw Pharaoh's army swept away in the Red Sea. You saw all of those things, and you saw where I have brought you to today. And because of that, whether you like it or not, I am your God. And you will be holy because I am holy. See, we haven't really thought about it. I don't think we think about it like that a lot. See, God didn't give the children of Israel a choice. He told them, you're going to do what I'm telling you to do. Do you see what I've done for you? Do you see how I've helped you? I'm your God. Like it or not. There is no other. I am it. And you will be holy. Because I am holy. Yeah, of course, they did have a choice. And yet, a lot of times they did choose to go against God. But we see what happened because they disobeyed Him too. The problems, the imprisonment, the death, the sickness, all of the things that happened to the children of Israel because they turned their back on God. It wasn't because they just chose a different way, it's because they directly disobeyed Him. He said, I took you out of Egypt, I am your God. End of story. God didn't bring them out of Egypt so they could run around and live as they wanted. He brought them out so they could worship Him. They could serve Him. Just as He doesn't cleanse us and bring us out of sin so we can go on our merry way. He brings us out so we can worship Him and grow to be more like Him. And He says to us, look at where you were. The sin that you were in, the problems that you had, the things you struggled with. Do you see all the places that you were before? The person that you were before? That horrible person that you were before? There's different levels of horrible. Even churchgoers can be horrible people. Actually, from some experiences, church people can be worse than people that don't go to church. At least you know where people that don't go to church stand a lot of the times. They don't like you, they'll say, I don't like you. Church people come up, shake your hand, give you a hug, and turn around and stab you in the back. Well, not our church people. He said, look at who you were. Look at where you've been. Look at what I've brought you from. I'm your God. And you will be holy because I am holy. No options, No alternatives. That's it. Be holy, because I am. And then he goes on in Hebrews, follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord. That's how intense this command is. Find peace with your fellow man. Strive for peace with them. The ones that are easy to get along with and the ones that are hard to get along with. Find peace with all men. And holiness, which would be peace with God. Find peace with man and find peace with God, because without it, you'll not see the Lord. Without it, you won't make it to heaven. Without it, this is it. And then you're off to hell. It's that simple. It's that easy. Find peace with God and man. Find peace no matter who they are or what they are. Find peace no matter what it costs you or what it takes. Find peace, or go to hell. Find peace. Sometimes that peace word is a little elusive, though. Sometimes things happen in our lives that rub us the wrong way, cause stress, turmoil, and problems. And that peace that we had runs away. But that's not an excuse. The Bible doesn't say find it and hold on to it. Like the Holman Christian Standard says, pursue peace. Catch it. Hold on to it. If it runs away, catch it again. If it runs away, catch it again. Constantly pursue peace. The word's in the present tense. Constantly pursue peace. Don't give up. Don't let go. Well, I've tried with this person. I've tried with them. And I just can't get through to them. I don't know what to do. I'm at my last wit's end. Many of us have said that. I know some of you have. I've heard it. Doesn't matter. Pursue peace. The word didn't change. Pursue peace with all men. Like I said, peace with God is easy to find. You ask for forgiveness. He cleanses you from your sins. You read the Bible. He's there to help you. You work together. God helps you to become more like Him. You draw closer to Him. It's simple. But with man, not so easy. Because you work together to try and find that peace amongst you. And you get it. And then something happens. And they change their mind. They don't want peace with you anymore. It's different with man. Man changes its mind. Changes its actions, its behavior. God is constant. God has always been the same. From before time even existed, God was God. He was who He is. But we change day to day. Moment to moment. You talk to someone 1 minute, turn around, get something to drink, go get something to eat, go to work, come home, they're someone totally different. Completely different. One Sunday you show up at church, they're happy to see you, glad to see you, everything's going great. The next Sunday, completely different. Why? We're human. And life affects us. It does. Life is hard. And just because we do change, just because something happens to cause us to be a little bit more upset that day or that week, something causes us to act differently toward each other, it doesn't mean that necessarily we've done anything wrong, we've taken a wrong step, we're heading in the wrong direction. It doesn't necessarily mean that. Maybe it just means we've had a bad week. Maybe while you were at work, something happened that was bad. Maybe something caught you the wrong way. And now you're a different person. Life can do that to us. But the Bible doesn't allow exceptions for life. It says pursue peace. When you see that person the next time and they're a little bit upset with you, a little bit distant, they don't know what to say, or you don't know what to say, pursue peace. Find peace. Search for peace. Because without these things, no man shall see the Lord. Hebrews 12 verse 15 goes on and it says, looking diligently lest any man fail of the grace of God. Now I know that the Bible tells us not to judge each other. That's very plain, very simple. There's a difference between judging someone and caring for someone. If I come up to you and I say, I'm so disappointed in you. I can't believe that you did that. I don't have any confidence in you anymore. You need Jesus. That's judging. Even if I think those things, that's judging. If I come up to you and I say, hey, let me ask you a question, and don't take it the wrong way, but I was kind of wondering about this. Maybe why it happened, why you did it, what you think about it. That's trying to help someone. That's not judging. You see a difference? Judging is an aggressive act, where in your mind, or even out of your mouth, you attack, you beat down, you tear down. Helping someone, caring for someone, is where you allow them to explain their position, talk to them about it reasonably, and be willing to listen to what they have to say. That's caring for someone, helping them along. And in some cases, maybe finding out that you were wrong in what you thought to begin with. Maybe it wasn't exactly as it seemed. Caring for someone. Look diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of God. See, Christianity isn't a loner life choice. Verses throughout the Bible, forget not the gathering together of yourselves. Where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them. The Bible is filled with verses about how we're to worship together, to fellowship together, to be together, to work for peace together. So as we struggle, as we fight, as we go through life, we should do it together, helping each other, caring for each other, learning together. That's what Christianity is about. Finding God and helping others to find Him too. Drawing closer to God and helping others to draw closer to Him too. Anytime we begin to think that we can make it through life as a Christian on our own, we're in trouble. We've got a problem. We need each other. We need that togetherness. Verse 15 goes on. Look diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of God, lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you. Apparently the train has a root of bitterness in it this morning. Shouting at us from long down the tracks. Looking diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of God, lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you. This is going back toward finding peace with man. Pay attention in case there's a root of bitterness that's springing up. A root. Not saying a plant. A root. A tiny little root. A little bitty seed. Pay attention, because if that springs up, it says it'll trouble you. It can cause problems for you. Because that bitterness isn't going to die on its own. A lot of times we think that, I feel this way toward this person. It's just going to go away. It's passing. No. You begin to feel that bitterness inside you. It's not going to go away on its own. You have to make it go away. You have to work to get rid of that bitterness. Because once the root is there, once it's dug in, it's going to grow. It's like a weed. You ever try to get weeds out of your garden? You have to get out the root. You have to get it all gone. Like kudzu. Bitterness will grow unless you take care of it. The verse goes on and saying, and thereby many be defiled. And thereby many be defiled. Did you listen to that? Pay attention, because the root of bitterness can spring up inside of you. And it can grow. And it can cause problems for you and trouble for you. And once that root of bitterness has grown up inside of us, thereby many be defiled. See, bitterness, like I said, is like a weed, like kudzu. It's not going to just stay in that one little spot, that one little plant. It's not going to do it. You may have covered your grass, your yard with dirt, like down here. The yard was covered with dirt. The first thing that sprung up, weeds. There's still spots without any grass, but there's weeds there. Lots of weeds. And it spreads. That bitterness that grows up inside of you, you can't contain it within yourself. Before long, it grows so big so powerful inside of you that it's going to jump out onto someone else. How? They see the attitude you have towards someone. They hear the things you say, the way you act. Or you just come out and tell them, hey, you know, I don't like that person. I'm sick of them. I'm tired of them. Not dealing with them anymore. The root of bitterness is spreading.